Hello friends, welcome back to another video. Today I would like to share with you an abstract acrylic painting I did over the past 2 weeks. By the way, I am recording this voiceover in the middle of the day, so expect some ambient noise like passing trucks and chicken screams. Also, it's raining, so that might be recorded in this voiceover. Okay, first off, I am not an expert when it comes to acrylics. I have worked with this medium before, and I have to say that it's not something I'm very fond of using. However, I do like this medium for abstract paintings. As I have mentioned in a previous video, I'm getting into a bit of abstract lately, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to experiment. This painting does have a purpose though, aside from pure experimentation. It is for a group exhibit themed on oceans and waves. I have not painted the ocean before, let alone painting it realistically, so I thought I would experiment with texture. I knew I wanted the texture to shine through as a representation of the waves, and I knew I wanted to use blue as a dominant color since it is themed around water. I also knew I wanted to incorporate a bit of pink and gold to give it a sense of dreamlike fantasy. I was a bit torn on how I wanted the composition. At first, I wanted the direction of the waves to go diagonally, as you can see me paint the base colors. But then I second-guessed myself and tried a safer composition with the waves just following the shape of the canvas. At some point, I thought I wanted a human figure somewhere, but I quickly realized I'm not very used to painting human figures in acrylic, so I ended up covering the sketch with gesso. I started putting texture on the canvas by dabbing my brush from right to left, initially thinking I would go with a safer composition, but I ended up changing my mind after I finished the first layer of texture. I decided I wanted to go back to my original plan of having the waves diagonally, but at this point I ran out of phthalo blue paint. I went on the lazy route of just using the blues I already have on hand rather than ordering the same color online, because at this point it would not arrive in time for me to be able to finish this painting. I had an ultramarine blue and a primary cyan, but unfortunately I ended up using a lot of Payne's gray to compensate for the areas I couldn't cover with those colors because the blues I had were not enough. I ended up going to my local art supply store to check if they had phthalo blue paint, and to my surprise they did. I was using the satin finish acrylics, which I thought did not exist. They were less glossy than your average acrylics, and I loved that about these paints. The phthalo blue I got from the store was your average acrylic though, so it gave this very glossy finish. In order for me to incorporate the blue that I got, I did a second layer of texture. I just think that phthalo blue was a perfect ocean color compared to the ultramarine blue or the primary cyan. This is the biggest painting I have ever made, and I'm not really sure if I want to do it again. I did do a few studies to get to this bigger version. I will never do anything so large without testing out the techniques in a smaller scale. I would say it was a challenge to film the process because of how big it is, and I keep switching between resting it on a wall and putting the canvas flat on the floor. Overall, I very much enjoyed the process from doing the small studies to the finished piece. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!